Georgia is bordered by the Black Sea in the west, by Turkey and Armenia in the south, by Azerbaijan in the east, and Russia in the north. Population of Georgia is approximately 4,900,000. The capital of Georgia, Tbilisi, boasts a Christian cathedral, a mosque, and a synagogue. Today, most of the population in Georgia, more than 90%, practices Orthodox Christianity.
But what does the evangelical community in Georgia look like? The evangelical community in Georgia is very small, perhaps 10,000 believers at the most. In 2004, 7 of us went through basic training with Campus Crusade for Christ. Next year, we had 28 disciples, and by 2012, 320 people were trained. We try to run Jesus Full campaign at the end of every MLTC year with the goal to start the church after every campaign. After the film, we continued going to the showing locations, meeting with interesting people until someone would open their house for a church. This is how 10 churches were planted in the last 8 years. Most of them still meet at homes on different days of the week. But we had the feeling this was not enough. There were still many cities and villages without the church or Christian community, and the process was slow and we constantly lacked leaders. The change started in 2013 after MC Square were introduced. This changed our view of the church, and this became an answer to our needs. We realized we needed to move beyond planting a church to consider how to multiply churches. Before we were planting a church every year. Now in a period of 1 year we have 6 new house churches and groups with 78 people meeting every week. We are already starting to see second generation of churches. Soso is the first person from our fellowship who started his own group.
I grew up in a traditional family. I went to church every Sunday, read the Bible, but that was just tradition and ritual for me. I started spending more time with unbelieving friends and taking every opportunity I missed in childhood to enjoy life. My parents sent me to Bible college to bring my life back into order, but after a couple of years I still didn't find any purpose in my life. I was listening to teaching about God, but God was not teaching me. My relationship with God wasn't growing. Then I attended series of Bible studies. In the 5th Bible study I found that I have been missing and searching for so many years. I didn't hear it from a speaker, professors, teachers, preacher or expert. Rather, I began to experience God myself together with my peers. This opened a completely different view of my life. I saw God's heart for the lost, His plan of salvation, of making, and my role in this plan. Church had always meant some ritual in a holy building, but now church became a living body of Christ. That is how the group I started became a church to me. My heart was burning with desire to share this with my friends and give them this hope and good news. God led me to invite friends to guitar classes at my home. My sister taught piano and singing. Then we began to show short film at home. We worked with other students to organize a short film festival and the university at the Media Art Faculty. In both places, we would always follow the films with discussion about spiritual topics. We chose 5 films and matched each with a Bible study that showed God's plan of salvation. So in 5 meetings, we went from God's promise to Abraham to Great Commission and the beginning of the church. This helped students to see the Bible as a united story and the role and purpose as a disciple of Jesus.
I always thought career is the most important in life. At the short films festivals, I started to think about eternal values. It went to the group at Soso's house. I understood God's will to my life. The group became like a family to me.
Now we gather at my apartment every Saturday to pray, worship, and study the Bible. But not just on Saturday. We have become good friends and get together often for a mile or hike or workout. We do life together. The students are now inviting their friends to the group, and it is growing. At a retreat in February, we will share our vision and understanding for church movements in Georgia. We want them to understand that their group can become a church. It is meeting in a home, not a church building.
I used to think that two churches only met on Sunday and only in a church building. This limited our vision a lot. Now we have fellowships meeting on almost every day of the week. In the last 2 years, we started 6 new churches, all meeting in homes. Why? We don't have the time or money to invest in special buildings right now. On Thursday, in one home, we meet for 3 hours, so that we have time to eat together and share more deeply about our lives. In the summer, we meet outside in the garden. This year, we are beginning to see a second generation. Natia has opened her home and 8 people are meeting there every week for Bible study and worship. This is very encouraging to see what might happen.
After 1 year, we see what church movements look like and what God can do in Georgia. In March of 2014, we are offering MC Square Phase 1 again, so that many of 78 people now involved in house churches can learn how to multiply and start their own group. Please pray with us that we will see movements of multiplying churches all around Georgia.